it's deep inside of me. But they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So good job.
I wonder why that did not work.
Yo, Bruno.
That lag for a moment. Dang. Here we go. Welcome. We need you know how Latoya got come on in, babies? Come on in.
Yeah, I know,
We need
right?
a line one. We need a line, okay?
Yeah, I be trying to think of something, but it's so many things.
I know.
You know, how to stay original.
Right. Well, something
my original thing was, "What up, this Lleo?"
Oh. I mean, you know, that's simple, but okay.
Let the Spirit of Christ compel you.
Oh, I don't like that. Girl, I watch too many scary movies and compel you. It's a whole other image in my head. Like,
yeah, I was just like, I just had to look up what does that word mean.
What about come on in to this high vibrational frequency of a space, y'all? Come on in and bring your mind.
Well, deep divers, diving deep.
Oh my God. See, everybody has a cool one. Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. Infinite what? Deep divers. Diving deep.
It can be like, calling all our soul tribe.
Wait,
come in, soul tribe. We looking for you.
No, stop it. I'm gonna get dragged.
Yeah.
Listen, I respect all cultures, but I like the cause. Okay, I like the cause.
It says, so compel means force or oblige.
Dude.
Is that the right word? Bring about someone to do something. Bring about something by the use of force or pressure.
Girl. Exactly. It's aggressive terminology. And if anybody watched any type of movies, compel you is to get away some darkness. Okay. We gonna find an intro, okay?
Hey, we doing some what do they call that? Some exorcisms up in here with this Bible study.
Wait, we have somebody here. Hi. We do Bible studies Monday through Friday. Just two spiritual women, just kind of, you know, putting the Bible into our own words and whatever comes to our minds, and we're just sharing it. You know, good or bad, you know, everybody ain't gonna agree with everything, so that's all.
But we welcome you to share your opinion, you know.
But
see it differently.
She's actually amazing, you know. So she's like, I think she's hosting like courses and stuff. Like she has land, acres of land. She lives off the land with her kids.
Oh, the person
her family,
that's
her
in here.
tribe. Yeah, she's awesome.
Oh,
yes, you know, all in her business, like and fix and stuff. She's living the dream. That's all I
well, welcome. We gonna welcome that energy up in here.
Man, I just seen her picture going on Instagram too.
Instead of compelling you, we invite you in.
Oh my gosh. Just working on an intro is all. Working on an intro, and the girl used compel. And I was like, oh no. That's the way to go. Oh my god. Woo, that was too funny though. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Let me open up my biblicals.
Do our recap. We're reading from English Standard Version, and we are going to be on chapter 31.
So I'll give a recap. So yesterday we read chapter 29 and 30.
Yeah.
So what happened in 29 and 30 was so Jacob had we already know that Jacob went to visit his pretty much his uncle Laban and whatever land he was sent away to. I can't remember all these names.
Yeah.
And when he was looking for his family, he actually ended up running into some herdsmen, and they had like one of their daughters with them, which her name was Rachel. And when Jacob saw Rachel, he like immediately fell in love and stole a kiss from her and was doing all these romantic things.
Mm-hmm.
And then he introduced himself to his uncle as his mother's son, and they invited him in, and he asked him, "What do you don't have to work for anything here, so what can I give you?" And he tells him pretty much, "You don't have to give me anything, but I'll serve you for 7 years if I can marry your youngest daughter." Oh, because Laban has 2 daughters, and one of them is blind and one of them is beautiful. And so he says, I'll work for you for 7 years if you let me marry your youngest daughter, which is the beautiful one, the one he met at the well. And he goes, "Okay, it's a deal, let's do it." And he works for 7 years, and it's the last week of his work, and he's getting married to Rachel, who he's been developing a relationship with throughout those 7 years, which made it seem like just a couple days because they've been developing a relationship. And his uncle tricks him into marrying the oldest. Her name is Lleo. So I don't know how this happens, but I'm assuming there must have been a veil or something over her face. Yeah. And so when they got married, then he lifts the veil, and then he's like, "This ain't who I thought it was." And so
that was just ridiculous. Wow.
Yeah.
They were really scandalous, okay? They had no shame in their game for people who was just doing the most, okay?
Not at all.
The tricks and the lies, the deceitfulness.
Oh, I'm sure it's gonna get even more crazy. I bet. I got money on it. I got 5 on it. But anyways, yeah. So he talks. He's like, "Hey, uncle, what's up? Like, why you trick me like that? What's up with the deceit?" And his uncle's pretty much like, "Well, it just really don't make sense for us to marry the youngest daughter before we marry the oldest daughter. But I'll tell you what, I'll make another deal with you. If you go ahead and finish these last week, I'll let you also marry my youngest daughter, Rachel, and you can serve me another 7 years."
Which is already cringe because he's marrying 2 sisters, literally.
2 sisters for double the work that he had agreed with only one for one. So he's like, "Cool, whatever, I'll do it because he developed a relationship with Rachel anyway. So now he get to be married to 2 women, and he get to sleep with 2 women while he's working. Why you work? Okay, so then he served his second term for his uncle. And what happened? So I think what happened then was he was ready. Oh, while he's serving his second term with his uncle, and he's got these 2 wives, mind you. Also, the uncle gave each of his daughters a servant, so it's really like he got 4 wives. And so the sisters are kind of competing with each other. Rachel, the one that he favored, she was barren, while Lleo was not barren. She was able to pop out 4 or 5 babies for him. And then Rachel started getting jealous, and she had allowed him to sleep with her mistress so that she could have babies for them. And then so the mistress had 2 babies, and then Lleo wasn't able to have babies no more, so she allowed her mistress to sleep with him, and she had 2 babies. And then Lleo wasn't barren anymore, so she actually ended up having 2 or 3 more babies.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rachel wasn't barren anymore, so she was able to have a couple babies. So they just had a bunch of
They
babies.
were
And then,
just literally growing the generation like abundantly.
yeah,
I don't even think there was a break. This seemed like this was happening back to back.
back to back. Yeah, that it really do seem that way. By the way, this is chapter 30. I'm talking about now too. So at this point, then Jacob's kind of getting sick of it. He's like, "Send me back to my home, like, so I can take care of my people. I've done everything I can. I've served my time, and you see, I've taken care of your cattle and I've multiplied them." And so and his uncle again asked him, "So what do I owe you? What can I pay you?" And he's like, "You don't have to pay me nothing. I tell you what, let me take all the sheep and the sheep that are striped and polka dotted and the lamb that are black. Let me take those, and then the rest of them you can keep to yourself." He's like, it's a deal. It's a bet. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And his uncle tries to be shady again, and he takes all the black lambs and the sheep that are polka dotted, and he takes them like a whole nother land away from Jacob where he can't find them. But Jacob is the one that's taking care of these sheep and lambs, so he knows how they breed.
Yeah.
And so he ends up breeding some more, and he takes the ones from the ones that were breeded. And so this is where we are now in 31.
Yeah. And then our last line from that too was like, if there's a will, there's a way. He thought he had that man fooled by hiding his cattle and sheep and stuff. No, that man, he breeded and made them more stronger and faster than, you know, them other ones that he hid or got rid of. So don't let nobody stop you from doing you, okay?
Eric.
Okay. Oh, we gotta pray.
You gonna leave?
Yes, ma'am. Divine Mother and Father, Spirit Guides, Creator, I thank you so much for, you know, allowing us to share this space right now with me and Lleo and with everybody else watching and who is going to be watching this. I'm also wanted to say, like, you know, let this space, all our spaces be protected, you know, and cleansed. I pray that anybody going through a tough time or find an obstacle in their way currently, that they find a solution to their problems, that they get guided, and they can overcome that obstacle that they feel is in the way, with clearer eyes and a clearer mind to find that solution. And I'm thankful for, you know, everything that I have, and I'm thankful to kind of be in this space right now. And I ask that, you know, right now that you bless us, me and Lleo, with information, knowledge, so that we can, you know, give out to the people watching, and everybody can resonate and find something of importance and of value from this study today that we can apply to our own lives and think about. Okay, so Lleo, is there anything you want to say?
Lord, I just want to praise your name today, as Mariah's already gave you thanks, and just give you an abundance more of thanks just for showing up and being present for us in this day, in these times in the evil days, when it's hard to see anything good, when it's hard to see a light, you still shine there for us. Lord, I just pray that in this room, in this space right now, that you keep your hand over us and protecting us from any spirits, any entities that may be trying to knock us off or knock us out of the pathways. Lord, I just pray that you use us, me and Mariah, in a way that serves you in your word in an encouraging, enlightening way. And Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you, universe. Ooh, that one gave me goosebumps.
Yeah. Hit the spot.
It did. It did. Ooh, I feel it. I feel it.
I gotta stop thinking.
Okay. My goodness, girl. This woman is wild. Girl. Repent.
Look, I'm not gonna say it, but you know, you said goosebumps, and I was thinking something else. So I'm just saying.
No. Girl, you
I was just saying that hit different.
anyways. We are on live. We are on live. Okay. I think it's time to get up into it.
All right. Genesis chapter 31. I can't believe we're already in 31.
Yes.
We only got less than 20 more chapters.
It seemed like we just started. We're little tiny ducklings. And we're starting to mature.
Hey, I'm strong duckling.
Okay.
So,
all right.
English Standard Version, chapter 31, Genesis. Jacob flees from Laban. So now Jacob heard that the sons of Laban were saying, Jacob has taken all that was our father's, and from what was our father's, he has gained all his wealth. And Jacob saw that Laban did not regard him with favor as before. Then the Lord said to Jacob, return to the land of your fathers and to your kindred, and I will be with you. So Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah into the field where his flock was, and said to them, I see that your father does not regard me with favor as he did before, but the God of my father has been with me. You know that I have served your father with all my strength, yet your father has cheated me and changed my wages 10 times. But God did not permit him to harm me. If he said, the spotted shall be your wages, then all the flock bore spotted. And if he said, the striped shall be your wages, then all the flock bore striped. Thus God has taken away the livestock of your father and given them to me. In the breeding season of the flock, I lifted up my eyes and saw in a dream that the goats that matted with the flock were striped, spotted, and molted. And then the angel of God said to me in the dream, Jacob, and I said, Here I am. And he said, lift up your eyes and see. All the goats that mat with the flock are striped, spotted, and molted. For I have seen all that Laban is doing to you. I am the God of Bethel, where you anoint the pillar and made a vow to me. Now arise, go out from this land and return to the land of your kindred. Okay. Then Rachel and Leah answered and said to him, is there any portion or inheritance left to us in our father's house? Are we not regarded by him as foreigners? For he has sold us, and he has indeed devoured our money. All the wealth that God has taken away from our father belongs to us and to our children. Now then, whatever God has said to you, do. Okay, so this just made me think about and made me remember about so when he was breeding them again, there was a couple terms that he has said that I didn't actually get full understanding. Like I think he was talking about, he brought the sheep and the goat and the lamb to the water, and that's where they would breed. And he had like did something to some stick of woods, or did that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. There was a lot
He
going
did
on.
something to a couple stick of woods, and when they were breeding, he did something to lay them down so that the sheep reproduce with spots and stripes. Um, so it kind of made me think about like, so I guess in a way, like all those sheep. I don't know if it is that they were born like that, or if he somehow like put them spots and stripes on them, so he was able to take them. But it does make sense to me how, because Laban has been kind of dishonest and untrustworthy this whole time, and so especially how he took all the ones that are naturally spotted and black and stuff like that, and he hid them away from Jacob. Why it makes sense why he would be mad if all his sheep turned out to be spotted like that and Jacob took them.
Yeah. And it seemed like they had different values. Yeah, different value of them.
What do you mean?
If you remember what it was saying like the spotted shall be your wages. Then all the flock bore spotted, and if he said the striped shall be your wages, then all the flock bore striped. I don't know, something with the dotted flocks were like they're gonna be your wages. Like I don't know, some type of.
Well, that was the agreement that they had made. All the spotted and the striped ones.
Oh.
And the black ones, Jacob could take those.
Yeah.
And he can't get mad at him about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
a lot of time talking about this part too.
Well, I feel like it's a lot here, honestly. Like, I'm trying to process it all. Because, like, there's one thing where it's like, okay, we've seen Laban be deceitful multiple times, right?
Yeah.
With the marrying of his daughters, with overworking him for an extra term, and with, hiding the sheep in their agreement.
Yeah.
And he says that he's done that to him 10 times. So that's only 3 that we can point out,
Yeah.
And then so it's like this is where I'm confused. I guess from the last chapter I didn't understand if it was like whatever Jacob did to all those sheep while they were breeding, if they were actually born that way, or if he did something to make them look that way.
Yeah, I see.
Because then it says like, hold on. He says all the goats. This is verse 12 when the Lord is talking to
That's
Jacob.
your heater?
Huh? That's popping?
Your heater on?
My heater is on.
Oh,
but
it's kind of loud.
Girl, I'm not going to turn it off. I'm not going to turn it off.
It's not that bad, but I just wanted you to be aware. Okay, girl, my bad. I'm sorry.
I'm in Wisconsin.
Guys.
I'm cold. Anyways, this is verse 12 when he's saying, lift up your eyes and see all the goats that mat with the flock are striped, spotted, and molted, for I have seen all that Laban is doing to you. I'm the God of Bethel. Okay, so he's telling him to rise and leave that land. So, and I assume he's probably telling him to leave that land too, because, if Laban trying to play these tricks on him and he's the one being played, he probably low-key plotting on killing Jacob or doing something to harm him. So
yeah, I can see that.
The Lord's like, yeah, it's time for you to go.
Okay. Well, he came through with a warning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is another point, because it's like everywhere Jacob goes now, everywhere Jacob goes seems to be somebody trying to hurt him. A little smart. Let me calm down.
You know,
I mean,
ever since that, you know, that incident, he done stole his brother's blessing. You know.
which I'm still kind of confused about, because it's like, yeah, he stole his brother's blessing. Now he has the Lord actively working in his life, covering
Yeah.
him. But then they still like, you know, he still get him played too. So
Yeah.
that part of the karma.
Mm. What goes around, come back around. You know, there's always a song that comes to mind when we over here reading this Bible.
Hey, sing. Go off, go off.
Oh no, girl, that was enough. That was enough.
I guess, and then the other part that I'm confused at is when Rachel and Leah had answered him. Mm-hmm. This is verse 14, and they're saying, is there any portion or inheritance left to us in our father's house? Are we not regarded by him as foreigners? For he has sold us, and he has indeed devoured our money. All the wealth that God has taken away from our father belongs to us and to our children. Now then, whatever God has said to you, do. Oh, I guess I understand now. Mm-hmm. So Jacob's telling them that, you know, hey, your daddy is not liking me for whatever reason now, and, you know, I haven't done anything wrong. Y'all know that I haven't done anything wrong to him, but he's played me 10 times.
Yeah.
And so now he just doesn't like me, and it's time for me to go. The Lord's telling me to go back home. And so they're probably just telling him, like, yeah, I don't know what's up with my daddy, but, you know, we got what we need. So if the Lord's telling you to go, let's go. That's what that sounds like to me.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Let's see. Where the heck? I lost it.
Are you on 17?
Okay. So Jacob arose and set his sons and his wives on camels. He drove away all his livestock, all his property that he had gained, the livestock in his possession that he had acquired in Paddan Aram, to go to the land of Canaan to his father Isaac. Laban had gone to shear his sheep, and Rachel stole her father's household gods. What does that mean? And Jacob tricked Laban, the Aramean, by not telling him that he indeed intended to flee. He fled with all that he had, and arose and crossed the Euphrates and set his face toward the hill country of Gilead. Okay, so so he packed he packed all his stuff and pretty much Laban was coming. Does shear mean like he was coming to shave the sheep? That's what that means? He was coming to shave the sheep, but they were gone?
I mean, I do not know. You said a shear. Oh, gone to shear his sheep.
I think that's what that means. Because, well, when I think of a shear, I think of like hair scissors.
Yeah. Either that or just gather the sheep. Either way. But yeah, they probably did need that sheep to make clothes with. So that would make sense.
Yeah.
But like you said, what the heck does Rachel stole her father's household gods?
So the only thing I could think of in that aspect is like, okay, you know how we're not supposed to like worship idol things, like physical items.
Yeah.
And so maybe like he had certain type of riches or certain items in his house that he like
Oh,
really valued,
yes. You
and
know
she
what?
just took those
Yes.
things.
That made me think of too when they save stuff that they be having like remember he saved the rock because he dreamt on that rock
Mm-hmm.
and because God had gave him a message and he saved that rock and made something out of it. So it kind of make me think of that too, like any symbolism to have done with receiving a message from God.
That makes sense.
That's what came to my mind. Just a thought.
Okay.
Godly things or things to
Keep
praise, things to like however they do their like create their mantles and stuff. That too.
like the altars.
Yeah, like anything associated with, God.
Oh, you're saying like something that he uses to worship God.
Yeah,
Okay.
that kind of comes to my mind too.
Well, let's keep reading.
Okay.
When it was told Laban, wait. Okay. When it was told Laban on the third day that Jacob had fled. Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say real quick. They just like dusted his trail real quick. Like he thought everything was sweet and
Yeah.
right in place, right in his favor, and then whoop, all of a sudden his daughters and this man is gone. All these things are gone.
Yeah, he dusted them. He said, "Cash,
Yeah,
eat my dust."
literally. Literally. Anyways.
Yeah, that man ran like the road runner. What's his name? Oh my God. Woo. That's funny. Listen, you better pay attention to the signs. If God's telling you to go, you better like that road runner.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Which I think that's the whole message right there that you just brought up, Mariah. Like literally if the Lord is telling you like, hey, it's time for you to pack up and go. Even if the Lord's not directly telling you like where they want you to go. I know in this instance he's like, yeah, you need to go back home. But even if the Lord is like not directly telling you like, hey, this is where I want you to go. If the Lord's saying you need to pack up and leave, you better act swiftly. You better act swiftly.
Yeah. That's like also like trusting your intuition, trusting your gut feeling. Like those are all signs.
Mm-hmm.
Trust it.
Yeah.
Trust. You'll find out the rest later on. Just trust the process. Process.
All right, let's keep going. It says, when it was told about, wait, that's it? Oh, yeah. On the third day that Jacob had fled, he took his kinsmen with him and pursued him for 7 days and followed close after him into the hill country of Gilead. But God came to Laban, the Aramean, in a dream by night and said to him, be careful not to say anything to Jacob, either good or bad.
Huh.
He didn't say why. He just gave him that little warning. So, and Laban overtook Jacob.
Wait,
Now
I'm
Jacob had.
sorry. Hold on. So now God is talking to Laban, who has been like, you know what I'm saying, doing some shady things.
Yeah.
And I just find it interesting how like he's trying to be on his side now. It's God's
I don't know
on
if it's
both
necessarily.
sides. Huh?
I don't know if it's necessarily that he's on his side. I think he just gave him a warning about Jacob. Like, hey, I'm warning you not to say nothing to him, good or bad. And who knows what that means, because he said don't say nothing good or bad. So it's like really he's telling him not to talk to him.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe he's trying to prevent something bad from happening or something then by just saying that to Laban.
Yeah.
Because I'm just trying to make it make sense. Because Laban's been doing all this stuff. And then God gives Jacob a message already. So he's just giving out 2 messages here to both sides.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be on, like, there's 2 sides. So, okay.
God, are you trying to say God's playing the fence?
Look, look, that's what came to my mind, okay? It is what it is. But we just gonna have to keep reading to really understand this. But that's how I perceive this information, okay?
Yeah.
Because he's stepping on a fine line here. And I just want to know, what was the reason? What was the reason? Woo! If you don't know that line from Cardi B, that's where it's from. Just putting it out there. What was the reason? Okay. Continue.
Okay. And Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the hill country, and Laban with his kinsmen pitched tents in the hill country of Gilead. And Laban said to Jacob, "What have you done, that you have tricked me and driven away my daughters like captives of the sword? Why did you flee secretly and trick me, and did not tell me, so that I might have sent you away with mirth and songs, with tambourine and lyre, and Lyre? I don't know how to say that. Lyre? 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 Lyre.
Oh,
I'm
girl.
going to just say lyre.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
And why did you not permit me to kiss my sons and my daughters farewell? Now you have done foolishly. It is in my power to do you harm, but the God of your father spoke to me last night, saying, be careful not to say anything to Jacob, either good or bad. And now you have gone away because you longed greatly for your father's house. But why did you steal my gods? Jacob answered and said to Laban, because I was afraid, for I thought that you would take your daughters from me by force. Anyone with whom you find your God shall not live. Anyone with whom you find your gods shall not live. In the presence of our kinsmen, point out that I have that is yours, and take it. Now Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen them.
Oh, Rachel stolen?
Rachel took his gods.
Wow. And that's her dad, right?
Yeah. Rachel, that's her dad. So I find it interesting, though. The Lord, okay, so first of all, the Lord told him not to speak to Jacob.
Yes.
And he immediately goes and speaks to him anyways. Well, all these questions. Now, first of all, who is he to question why you tricked me? And you didn't trick this man 10 times.
The audacity.
Literally. Like, you ain't did nothing but play games with him. So how you gonna come run up on him like, why you trick me and take all my sons and daughters and this and that and this and that? Like, who are you?
Girl, you already know how I go. Once the tables is turned, oh, it's a problem now. Because it's good to me. Oh.
Yeah. For real. Talk about I would have gave you songs and tambourines. Like, boy, you would have did nothing but try to plot on me.
What goes around comes back around.
See, and this is where this is also, I guess, where I'm bold, and I don't understand why other people aren't as bold as this. Because if I was Jacob, my response would have been, boy, you ain't did nothing but lie to me and trick me this whole time. What else was I gonna do but sneak off and take your daughters with me? These my wives now. They don't belong to you.
Boy.
But no, he's gonna say, I was afraid that you was gonna take your daughters back by force. Nah, that ain't what you was afraid of. You wasn't afraid of nothing. The Lord told you to go and you obeyed. That's what that was.
Yeah. That is interesting that he didn't tell him that though, huh? But I'm glad you pointed that out, because I'm sure I'm like, why are they even having this conversation? when the Lord told you to do something, you just did the opposite. There's gonna be repercussions, y'all. He don't play. We
You
already
know,
know
another
from reading.
thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
But another thing that I had thought about is like, okay, the Lord told him not to say anything good or bad to Jacob. But then, when he's talking to him, he relays back to him that I could do you harm, but the Lord told me not to say anything good or bad to you. So you still disobeyed what the Lord told you, and then told him what the Lord told you not to do.
You just think that just because you're not doing something bad to him physically, you think you're still okay. But it's like, boy, did what he said go through one ear and out the other? Because make it make sense. Like, what?
For real. Like, just because you repeated what the Lord told you doesn't mean that was okay.
Hold on, this man repeated the same sentence the Lord told him, and he still didn't comprehend. So I'm questioning his whole thing. Like, are you good, my boy?
Nah, he focused on all. I felt robbed.
Yeah.
I didn't rob this man all these times, but now I feel robbed. So it's a problem.
Yeah. And then his family was involved too, so I think it kind of cut him in the core because he's like, where's my family? You know? Like, those were his daughters. And I don't know who, but his daughters. So, I mean, I can understand, like, it was more sensitive and more personal because his daughters was involved.
Now, I guess this last two verses is where I was confused, though, where it was talking about Jacob answered and said to Laban, because I was afraid. No, the last 32. That's what I'm talking about. Where he says, anyone with whom you find your God shall not live. In the presence of our kinsmen, point out what I have that is yours and take it. Oh, okay, now I get it now. So he's saying, so if anybody here, that's like one of them things where, people be like, oh, my mama ain't take your stuff.
Oh my God, stop.
That's what that kind of reminded me of, because he's saying, like, if anybody here has your gods, they shall not live, Like, oh, my granny grave, I ain't got your stuff.
Oh my God, the flashback. This is just like, I don't even know, things from online that you be seeing, like, oh my God. That's some heated altercations right there, boy.
Yeah.
Somebody come out with that live, boy. It's a problem. These might pop off.
For real.
But, okay.
Any second now.
Yeah.
You want to pick up here?
Well, with that same line, so when Jacob answered, because he's not supposed to even know that she had stolen him. So I'm confused. Like, is he saying that he was scared? He was scared that he would take you would take your daughter back from me because she stole it, and he said anybody who steals that would be killed, or is he saying like taking the blame from her?
No, he doesn't know. Like, as he is speaking this, he doesn't know that she took anything from her dad. So what he's saying is he fled like that the way he did. All he's saying is, I ran like that because I thought you was going to try to take my wives back by force. And on my granny's grave, I ain't got your stuff. You could have all your kinsmen search us right now.
Huh. Okay. I get it now. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Should we continue reading?
Yeah, you want to pick up?
Yeah. On 33, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Laban went into Jacob's tent and into Leah's tent and into the tent of the two female servants, but he did not find them. And he went out of Leah's tent and entered Rachel's. Now Rachel had taken the household gods and put them in the camel's saddle and sat on them. Laban felt all about the tent, but did not find them. And she said to her father, "Let not my lord be angry that I cannot rise before you, for the weight of women is upon me." So he searched, but he did not find the household gods. Then Jacob became angry and berated Laban. Jacob said to Laban, "What is my offense? What is my sin that you have hotly pursued me?" What? Don't be acting like that.
No, look, you said this was a heated argument. That's 0 to 100. He's like, "Oh, so you searched my stuff and you still ain't find it? What's your beef with me, bro?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?" Pox.
Wait. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's funny. For you have felt through all my goods. Oh, excuse me. What have you found of all your household goods? Set it here before my kinsmen and your kinsmen, that they may decide between us two. These 20 years I have been with you, your ewes and your female goats have not miscarried, and I have not eaten the rams of your flocks. What was torn by wild beasts I did not bring to you. I bore the loss of it myself. From my hand you required it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. There I was by day. The heat consumed me, and the cold by night, and my sleep fled from my eyes. These 20 years I have been in your house. I served you 14 years for your 2 daughters and 6 years for your flock, and you have changed my wages 10 times. If the God, my father, the God of Abraham and the fear of Isaac had not been on my side, surely now you would have sent me away empty-handed. God saw my affliction and the labor of my hands and rebuked you last night. Ooh, that man said rebuked you.
There we go. He just told him off. See,
Girl,
this is the part where
he ate him a whole new one.
Oh yeah, this is the part where I'm like, I don't know why he ain't just being direct with him in the first place. Like, you could have saved him searching all your stuff if you would have just called him out in the beginning.
That man went in on him. That he ain't. There's just no comeback. He gonna be stuttering.
You're right. What can you say after that? For real.
That he like. You right. Like.
Right.
He gonna have that stupid face on. Like.
He turned Laban from this angry old man to a soft little girl. Like,
boy. Hey.
You right. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. I just want to look at the look on this man's face, because I just know it's just that face when you know you just been doing the most, or you've been lying. Man, shut up. That's what you ain't got.
Gonna be no black folks.
Oh,
you can't call no black folks out in their wrongdoing. That's just a fight.
Oh, man.
That's a fight right there.
This is just so funny. We knew this was about to go down. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
Man. Oh man. Okay, girl.
Let's know what he about to say.
Here we go. Where am I at? 43.
Yep.
Then Laban answered and said to Jacob, "The daughters are my daughters, the children are my children, the flocks are my flocks, and all that you see is mine. But what can I do this day for these my daughters, or for their children whom they have borne? Come now, let us make a covenant, you and I, and let it be a witness between you and me." So Jacob...
Nah, we don't want to make no more covenants with you.
It's like, fool me once. What is it? Fool me once. Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on me.
Right.
Like, Jacob, I hope this man don't fall for this. Like, he should be like, nah, we done with that. Come on, let me see, girl.
Hold on, though. But this just really blew me how he trying to say, even though I made this original covenant with you before, all these things that you calling is yours is actually mine.
He's selfish.
Because, yeah.
He's really selfish because that man put a lot of work to he listened to that man, follow his rules,
respected him.
Yes.
He even took that wife that he ain't even want.
Yes. And the man can't even, like, just being so selfish and just like, just what is it called? Like, just not even showing acknowledgement to all that sacrifice that he's done.
Yeah.
That's just deep.
Like,
this
you ain't
man
really do nothing. You ain't really do nothing but take all my stuff. Like, how do you sound?
Like, this man served you for a very long time. You wouldn't probably have had that stuff figured out had he not helped you.
Right. Most
Girl,
definitely not.
This sounded like the 9 to 5 life.
Oh, hell no.
This is giving today's society. Oh my God.
The boss and employee relationship.
Man, yeah, this is giving a whole company that doesn't care about you.
Talking about company, let's make a covenant, you and I. Like, no. I hope he says no.
Girl, let me see what Jacob about to say. Or what's his name? Is it Jacob? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. It's getting me hyped up, man. Where am I at? Oh, right here.
44.
Okay.
Come and let us make a covenant, you and I, and let it be a witness between you and me.
Mm-hmm. So Jacob took a stone and set it up at the pillar. Jacob, you don't mess up, my boy. And Jacob said, hold on. He look, you heard what the man said. Jacob grabbed a pillar to make this covenant, girl.
This better be the final covenant, bro. This is it. Because I've had enough of Laban.
Yeah, me
at this point.
too, girl. He's just in his selfish ways. He need to go somewhere and be isolated. Isolation.
For real. Go sit in your own woes.
Oh my goodness. And Jacob said to his kinsmen, gather stones. And they took stones and made a heap. And they ate there by the heap. Laban called it Jegar Sahadutha, but Jacob called it Gilead. Laban said, this heap is a witness between you and me today. Therefore he named it Gilead and Mizpah. For he said, the Lord watch between you and me when we are out of one's other sight. If you oppress my daughters, or if you take wives besides my daughters, although no one is with us, see, God is witness between you and me. Then Laban said to Jacob, see this heap in the pillar, which I have set between you and me. This heap is a witness, and the pillar is a witness, and I will not pass over the heap to you, and you will not pass over this heap and this pillar to me to do harm. The God of Abraham and the God of Nahor, the God of their father, judge between us. So Jacob swore by the fear of his father Isaac, and Jacob offered a sacrifice in the hill country and called his kinsmen to eat bread. They ate bread and spent the night in the hill country. Early in the morning, Laban arose and kissed his grandchildren and his daughters and blessed them. Then Laban departed and returned home.
Oh, so he just came to cause a scene, pretty much.
Girl.
That's what that
This is interesting. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie though, I don't really understand this covenant that they made.
Well, one thing that came out was like he's basically saying to Jacob, you can't sleep with nobody else except my daughters. That's one of the things.
Well, then he already broke that because he does sleep with the daughters.
Well, maybe it's a new covenant, so maybe it's a whole new thing.
I guess so.
But what came to my mind though with this covenant, though, all this speaking, like this heap is a witness and the pillar is a witness. It's like, again, the power of our words.
Yeah.
Like, when you have the intention set, you know, and they're bringing like God into it, may this and this, you know, happen to you kind of deal. Like, I guess so. Like, you know, when you put that intention over there and you're putting like a creator, a spiritual, or God into place, you know, in the, it's like in the, like you're basically making that, you want God to hear, right? You want the spirit to hear this covenant that you're making, and if you break it, like, they're gonna know type of deal. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like a public display.
Yeah,
Like
putting out your,
like a public human display of a covenant that's really spiritual.
yeah, they're speaking this out into the universe type of deal too, right?
Yeah. I thought about too, like they're using just rocks and stones and pillars, you know, which, you know, these are just average everyday things, and they're saying that these things are witnesses. And so maybe that even talks to the energy of those items
Yes,
itself.
girl, yes.
Because I'm thinking about, like, you know, how Christians be like, yeah, don't play with, like, crystals, like, that's witchcraft. And I'm going to keep bringing this up because I hear it. I've heard it so many times. So every time I hear something that contradicts what Christians talking about witchcraft, or something that sounds like witchcraft that Christians actively do, I'm going to bring it up. Yeah. So, like, and I hear, like, they're like, don't play with crystals, like, that's witchcraft, this and that, whatever. But, like, literally, it's talking about the energy of that item on its own. And these are just regular pillars. Like, they're not even specifically saying it's a type of crystal or whatever. They just say gather some stones and rocks. Like, they probably did have crystals to anticipate the energy of the witness, the witnessed energy in that moment.
Yeah.
I think that also talks towards too, like, you might not even like need anything specific, you know, you just take, as long as it's like probably nothing that's got dead energy. If you take just something natural from the earth, use that, the energy of that as a witness for whatever ritual or covenant or whatever it is that you're doing. The energy is spiritual rather than just the physical looks of it.
Yeah. I find it interesting too. There's two things. One, I just want to go back to talking about, like, you're right, the rock, that whole intention with the energy and stuff. You're definitely right. And everything has energy. Like, everything on this earth has energy in it. So yes, that rock has literally energy in it. And I wish I remember, but there was a video I watched, and it was just saying how a rock has its own, like, energy, and, like, we're literally proving it to us. And now that makes sense. So yes, like, all that intention is kind of going into that stone. I don't know. I wish I knew more in depth, but yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a second.
I mean,
but
I think I understand what you mean.
Yeah, and I want to go back though with back to, like, the whole, like, I can't even talk to my grandmother about no crystals. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as a hobby, because I just don't think. I'm just trying to understand in what age and what happened. Like, where did this program happen? That with the witchcraft, like, where, like, is it in this book? Like, where are people getting the idea that anything to do with energy is, like, bad? Like, I'm
well, confused. I think that I mean, I don't fully understand it, but I think especially in American culture, it has something to do with whenever time the whole Salem witch Harlem, or what, Salem Harlem, you know what I'm talking about?
I have to do some research. I'm not sure.
So there was a period of time, I don't remember when, but there was a period of time, I think the place is called Salem Harlem, or something like that. I don't know. And apparently people are believing that, so I really think that they must have read something in the Bible that refers to witchcraft, because
Mhm.
everything is religious, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody must have pointed and accused, oh, this is a witch, and so we're going to kill this witch because we don't want nobody having no witchcraft done or bringing on bad energy
Mm-hmm.
into really a country that's already cultivating negative energy, if we look at it hindsight.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
and then they just kind of blew it up, just like how they do with anything else. They just over dramatized everything.
Yeah.
I think it has something to do with like somebody's ego, somebody's
Girl.
insecurities, somebody's um, just the way that they feel about themselves compared to other people. And I wouldn't doubt that there probably was witches. I'm sure that, because there's witches nowadays. It's just more openly talked about.
Yeah.
And that there's people that think they're witches that are not actually witches.
I was
But
yeah. I was just gonna say too, like, I think there were a lot of followers and they did not think it for themselves and putting logical sense. Because
yeah,
if you go speak to somebody who is 100%, they're not into no witchcraft, don't bring nothing about it to them. But it's like, how is burning sage, right? An herb from the earth's ground, and just burning it in your house and just having an intention of, like, make sure any bad energy is out of this house, anything that is bringing a low vibration, like, or over yourself, if there's anything, in my subconscious mind, anything like link, just please help, like, just cleansing yourself. Like, how is that a bad thing to cleanse yourself, cleanse your home? Like,
I think that goes with the misunderstanding of things too, just like what you were saying. They're not like, it's mostly followers. So I wonder,
it's crazy.
out of all of that, how many people actually, there's a couple questions. I wonder how many people actually read through the Bible themselves to get an understanding, and actually how many people read through the Bible and understood what it was saying, rather than somebody interpreting it for them.
Yeah. You know what this is making me want to do, though? Asking people who are in their ways of that mindset and asking them, like, okay, so why do you believe witchcraft is not even like in that term, but whatever. I don't know how I would bring it up, but just like, how do you think, doing these certain things is,
like, how do you come to that conclusion?
Yeah. And just so I can have a what is it, perceptive, perception of, of how they're thinking, like their thought process. And that would be very interesting, honestly, because some stuff is like science proven too, and to be like effective, and I just don't know. But I will say, though, I know that there is, I know some people use like dark type of energy stuff, and then they're just like, you know what I'm saying? So
well, just with anything, literally, that goes back to the beginning of the book of Genesis. There's, with anything, it's literally the beginning of time. There was darkness, and then there's light. So of course there's going to be dark shadow witches, and there's going to be light workers, which are also witches. But then people zone in on all the negative things, and they think witch is a negative thing, and they only focus on the negative things. Which is like, okay, a witch is one thing. Witchcraft is another thing. There's dark witchcraft, there's light witchcraft, if you really think about it. Because at the end of the day, what you think you're doing when you're setting up an altar, you're praising the Lord. That's you that's you manipulating the energies around you, just like you're saying with the stones and how they're a witness. That's you setting up and manipulating the energies around you to amplify your praise or your worship for the Lord.
Right.
Just like you know, somebody wanted to do it for an evil purpose, or they wanted to do it for a selfish reason. It's the same thing. It's just your intention behind it.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
Yeah, it's up to the person who's going to make that good or bad, right? Because it can be bad, you know, if their intention is bad. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're not doing it to bring any type of harm to other people. You know, I feel like that's gonna what makes it bad.
Yeah.
But if you do it for a good purpose, you know what I'm saying? But what you said about manipulating the energy, honey, snap. The energy is all around us, right? Like that came to my mind, universal laws. Like there are universal laws, and what are you doing? You're literally manipulating energy to bring that manifestation to you a lot faster.
Yeah.
You know, that's why people do scripting and repeat, you know, certain phrases and stuff that you want. And, you know, that goes with affirmations too. Like, you know,
yeah, for real.
That's
all
prayer.
Of that.
Like, you're praying.
All
you
of
pray
that.
every day.
All of that.
Like, it's crazy.
That's where people, it's like, what do you call it? Like a misunderstanding.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like people just don't understand. That's why I was like, I would question how many people actually read through and how many people actually understood what the Bible was saying rather than what they think the Bible is saying. Because those are two different things.
Yeah.
What you think is saying and what it's actually saying.
Yeah. Everybody perceives everything in their own way. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody's mind is different. Everybody's mind ain't the same. Like, I mean, you know what I mean.
No, I'm not. You're on point.
Anatomy is similar, but I'm just saying, like, you know, everybody thinks in their different way, and they're like, just as everybody learns in their own way. Those are some good discussions we got in there.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, we at the end of our Bible study, and I just have this craving now. I don't know why it's like this because I've never had a craving like this before.
Oh, girl, the way you grabbed on the door, girl, I thought you was talking about this door, and I'm just like, what's going on?
It's not the door. I don't know why I started grabbing the door.
Okay, girl.
I have a craving for, you know, those, not the black ones. They're like brown olives or something.
Oh.
Things hit.
This girl.
They're so good.
Didn't you just have some like a month ago or something like that?
I had some today.
Oh, well then, girl, that's okay. I'm glad you got that craving fulfilled.
It's not fulfilled. I want some more. I want to like find a jar so I can just snack on them because they're so good.
Oh,
they're delicious. Bro.
How the heck?
I ain't never thought I was gonna like olives, but those are the ones.
Interesting. Hey, I think I've only had, I don't know what color they are, but they're the one in the Goya jar. They're the kind of sour. They're not black. They're like more like an olive color, I think. It's just in a jar. They're green, but I think because they've been in liquid and stuff, it's kind of like duller. Yeah.
Those are the ones you put in martinis?
Girl, those are the ones we put up in our Puerto Rican rice. I don't know what people are doing with them things, but you're saying you like brown ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up a picture. I don't know what they're called.
They're not sour?
They're like salty.
Oh, and the Goya ones I think have a little tomato or something inside of it, a little slice of something.
Yes, this is what they're called. Kalamata, Greek olives.
Oh, Greek ones.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Let me see.
My mouth is watering. Hold on.
This girl.
Let me find a good picture.
We be into some weird stuff because we be eating dark chocolate.
Not this side. These.
Oh sides. Yeah, I've had them. They be in like salads and cold pastas.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, girl.
I had some today because I went to Panera Bread and I ordered a Greek. It's like a Greek rice bowl.
Mm-hmm.
They did me bogus on this bowl, low key. Like, I'm not complaining anymore, but when I first saw it,
The anymore part. She's like, okay, I forgave.
when I first saw it, I was like, dang, this small ass portion.
Dang.
But then I like looked at it and I'm like, I mean, while I was eating, I was like, praise the Lord, like, thank you, Lord, you knew exactly the right portion I needed. Like, this is good. You know?
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good. There was no meat in it. It was just like rice, arugula, olives. It had a Tahiti sauce and what's it called? Hummus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, it was delicious.
Girl, it sounds
had
lit.
Cucumbers in it.
Wait, it had, hold on, hummus on the what? On the rice? On the side? What?
No, it's all the hummus is on top. It was like a scoop of hummus and a scoop of tahini sauce and a scoop of Greek yogurt.
I ain't never had no hummus and no rice, so that's different.
Girl, I'm finna find me a recipe because I'm about to start eating that on a daily basis.
Hold on, I need to taste that. I low-key kind of want to taste that because I like all of that, but it's like I ain't never had it all together and it did.
It's at Panera Bread. The only thing is like Panera is a little bit pricey. That's the only thing, because that salad was about $10. I had added avocados to it, so it made it about $10. But $10 for that small serving, like if I would have went to freaking Qdoba, I could have got double that size of serving.
This is the problem. Panera ain't expensive. It's the servings that they give. Because I've had a rice bowl, and girl, they literally give you one serving. You ain't got enough to save for tomorrow, another day.
Not at all.
And it'd be sad because this slap.
I promise you, I got that bowl and I ate that bowl before I got home. While I was driving.
Okay. Y'all, we don't recommend eating driving, but this is just.
It was so good. Sometimes you gotta turn into a monster.
Girl, at these lights was like.
Look, a whole train came through. I was like, I'm blessed.
You know how them guys be at the red lights, girl. They gonna catch you mid. Oh.
Yeah. I'm sure I got caught because I was going in.
Mind your business. Just mind your business. Keep your eyes on the road. Nah, I wish I could have tasted it. I'm gonna have to try it though. Definitely.
Yeah. Definitely try it. And also Panera's got this thing called it's called a kitchen sink cookie. It's so good. It's like chocolate chip, caramel. It's got pretzels up in it. It's literally salts, like sea salt. It's everything that you could ever want in a cookie. Everything you could want and need right there. It just don't got no peanut butter. But that's what we don't want. So, everything you could want.
Is peanut butter really all that bad for you?
I don't like the way it tastes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I haven't had peanut butter. See, and I think it really stems from, like, I used to be allergic to peanuts and peanut butter when I was younger. And so, like, I never really ate them. And then when I got older, I don't really like peanuts at all. I just don't like the way they taste.
Yeah.
So, like, I started eating peanut butter, and peanut butter is decent, but then I started eating almond butter, and it's better. And it's like, why would I eat peanut butter when I got to get some almond butter?
I can't lie, almond butter, I've tried to eat it, but it has like a thicker consistency, and it has a different type of taste. And it's like, it's more something I would put in a smoothie than to put it on a piece of toast. Like, it just don't hit right. But
it hit right to me. Put it on some toast with some date jam. With some date jam.
It's a date jam.
It's a date with me and this peanut butter, this almond butter and jam.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's a jammy jam. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We always be trying to come through though with them healthy meal ideas.
I'm finding myself, and I know we're just talking right now, but I'm gonna share this. Like, as I've been trying to stick and go harder in my health journey,
Yes.
and really like pushing myself to work out and eating better. Like,
Yes, ma'am.
I do still fall short with buying food out. Like, clearly, yesterday I went to Taco Bell. I didn't eat no meat, but I did have a cheesy bean and rice burrito. I had like 3 of them. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. I had 3 of them, but then and then today I bought food today too at Panera. But every day is a choice, and you just even on your choices where you feeling weak, you just try to make the best choice possible for you, And
Yeah.
I'm finding for myself, like, I don't even want like average American style food anymore.
Girl.
Like, I'm not a big fan of cheeseburgers. I don't really like French fries and potatoes like that no more. Like, I will still eat some chicken, but the chicken that I want is not so much fried chicken no more. It's more like I want a whole rotisserie chicken. I'm about to eat it up.
Yeah.
Me and my dog.
Yeah. I'm gonna say though, you're funny. I ain't gonna say I be craving them like them French fries, but it's more so I don't want to eat them because I know there's not much nutritional value in there, and them things got anything deep fried got hella calories in there, and it make me not want to think about it.
Yeah.
Think about eating that stuff because when you in a calorie deficit type of meal plan and you trying to like slim down and stuff, that will break you. That fried stuff, butter, oils, like that will break you.
Yeah.
And literally stop you from making progress or seeing a faster result. So,
and then it's like too, like what I find is like once you start eating that stuff, which is like to me, I just identify it as carbs. Once you start eating carbs, it make you crave more.
Yes.
Cravings go 10 times harder.
Yeah. Well, since we're talking about food and healthy stuff, I'm gonna shout out chlorophyll water because that stuff is powerful on helping you helping your appetite not be so intense. Like you can eat a meal and you won't be hungry for a while, or it'll get you like longer periods of time without eating and you ain't feeling hungry. At least that's what it's done for me, and I recommend it to anybody struggling with like they be trying to eat healthy but they feel hungry all the time. I think chlorophyll would help.
That is something I wanted to try. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah.
Thank you for the recommendations.
Yes. Okay, well, I think we're kind of to that mark, girlfriend.
Yeah, I think we're over. I think we done almost went an hour and 30.
Hopefully not. I really don't know, but damn. Okay. Well, let's do our. Wait, you want to say one more little prayer?
Yeah, we could do
You
closing
start
prayer.
our 2 prayers that we do in the beginning and the end.
Yeah, we can do a closing prayer. So, Divine Father, Mother, thank you for being with us in this space and holding great conversations, holding great company with us. Lord, we just praise you today in the lessons that we learned, in reflection of the stories of the Bible and our current life and how to go about and deal with those things. Lord, we just pray that you continue to be there as a guidance, serving your people, not only just me and Mariah, and using us to serve your people, but actually being a light for your people who are lost and confused and they just don't know what the next step or the next answer is for them. And I pray that you come through for them and open their eyes so that they may see you. But I just pray I pray that you touch everybody's soul today and make their skin glow and their hair grow. You got something, girl.
Ooh, I feel that so much.
The Holy
Ooh, I feel that so
Ghost
much.
came up in here.
That natural hair growth. Ooh, let all our natural hair grow. And I want to pray that, my goodness, I lost my train of thought talking about hair growth. Okay, I wanted to say, you know, I'm thankful for the messages that kind of came to me and Leo's minds today that you guided into us and that we're able to spread out. I feel like we had really good conversations and I'm very appreciative of that. And I just want you to bless anybody going through financial hardship. I understand how mentally
Uh-oh. What? Oh.
sorry girl, my battery thing popped up. I just want to say, anybody going through financial hardship, I hope that they don't let that kind of break them, and just try to keep their heads high, uplifted, be hopeful, and just put their faith, you know, into God, into our Creator, our universe. Just put your hands into your faith, and you know, not stress out to a point where it brings them mental blockage. And if anybody has mental blockage, I ask that you be with them in these moments, in these hard times, and clear their mind so that they can think of an opportunity that they may be missing right in front of them, honestly. And just continue to show everybody love and that you are with them. I thank you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you, universe. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel. I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level. They think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential. The grind is all in your mental.